Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope all you are doing well. So today's tutorial is property binding, and before starting today's tutorial I will discuss very important point, that is difference between property binding and event binding. So let's see first difference between in them, and after that we will discuss property binding. The way to think about these two different ways of binding is in terms of inputs and outputs. With the square braces, we binding to an input of a component. With the parentheses, we are binding to an output of a component. This is what we call one-way data binding, since data only flows one way, either into or out of a component. So in simple words, I can say that event binding and property binding both are the types of a one-way data binding. But the basically main difference in between them is the flow direction of data is different. In case of property binding, we use square braces, and the data flow from component TS file to HTML file. On other hand, in case of event binding, we use is parentheses, and the data flow from HTML file to component TS file. So first we will see property binding, and in upcoming tutorial I will discuss about event binding. So first, what is the property binding? Property binding is a one-way mechanism that lets you set the property of a view element. It involves updating the value of a property in a component and binding it to an element in the view template. That's why it is also known as one-way data binding. The syntax of a property binding is square braces, and let's see flowchart for property binding. You can see on my screen there is one file TS and another one is HTML file. For HTML file, we are getting the value from TS file. As you can see on my screen, there is a variable which we use in our HTML file. So let's see uh, example for this execution part. So for that, I will declare one variable called val and giving some value. Click here and save it, and in HTML I will declare a element input, and type will be submit, and value initially I will give nothing. Let's see output for this first. You can see here, well, there is button is available but value is not present for it. Let's see if I will give manually some value here, like click, and here you can see it's working. And now I will
part with the help of our property binding. For that, I will keep this value inside a braces and give here variable name, and the variable name is var, and save it. You can see it's coming correctly. And for the property binding, we always cover our attribute in a square braces, and inside value we will give our variable name which is present inside our component.ts file, like here. Now I will show you example 2 in for the property binding is source. Let's see what is it. Like for Here I will declare a image tag, and inside, and I will wrap this source inside a square basis, and through this property binding you can make your software or application very light, or you don't need to keep many files inside your project. Like if you're creating a project, you have to download many images. For that you can skip that part and use this one trick. Like here, uh, I will show you. Like here you can give pixum and press enter. After that, images, and from here you can select any images. Like here I will select and copy image address. After that I will paste that rest here inside a variable called like img equal to inside this, and save it. Now I will give this variable name inside my HTML file for the attribute of source, like img, and save it. Let's see for the output. Yeah, it's working correctly. You can see on my screen. By using this technique, you can make your application very light, or you can say in simple words, you don't need to download too many files for your project. You can simply use their uh, image address and paste inside your application. So let's see, the third part is disabled. For that I have to create one more button. Like I will create here button, and inside here I will give value, and here I will give disabled equal to giving some variable name like 1, and putting that disable attribute inside a square braces. Sorry. Now here I can give some value, like for that variable, like 1 is equal to true. Okay, now let's see what is the output. You can see here working button is disabled with the help of property binding. Now I want to enable this button. For that I have to change the value for variable 1, like here, and save it. You can see now button is working correctly. So these are the some examples for property binding, and guys, I will suggest you to please explore some more property binding events from your side. That will be very helpful for you, because if you explore these things from your side, then it will be very helpful to gain knowledge as much as more. And now the last part of our today's tutorial is interview question based on property binding. So first question will be like, what is property binding? Simply you can say property binding is a one-way mechanism that lets you set the property of a view element. It involves updating the value of a property in the component and binding it to an element in the view template. That's why it is also known as one-way data binding. So, and syntax of property binding is square basis. And the second question is, what is difference between in event binding and property binding? That I already shown you in the execution part. And the last one is, what is difference between instinct interpolation and property bind? Guys, I will tell you about this questions answer in the next tutorial. So guys, please like and subscribe my channel. And in next tutorial I will first discuss this question, what is difference between string interpolation and property binding, and after that I will discuss style binding, that is also part of a property binding. So guys, please stay safe and stay home, and thanks for watching my video. Please like, subscribe and share the channel.